All right, all of us have heard, or we know, that to have a great place to work, an engaged team, uh, there's one thing that we really have to do. Now, I was just reading a book by Gallup called "It's the Manager." It's all about management and employee engagement, and the key 70% of success for a business long term is the effectiveness of the people at that supervisor or management level to be able to lead others, to have healthy relationships, to build trust, to create collaboration, to hold people accountable in addition to their business skills. The question is, how do we do that? And let me ask you another way is think about a workplace where it's Sunday night and you're excited to go to work on Monday. What are some of the elements that would actually make you look forward to work? I think the first one is you have healthy relationship. Guess what? You're working with people that are friends. You know where you stand, you know what success looks like, and you're on a path to move toward those things that are important to you. And I think the third thing is you're connected to meaningful work. What is the vision, mission, and purpose of the organization? And how does that also line up with what's important to you? So, if you guys have been around me any length of time, I've talked a lot about transformational leadership that I've certified in, and Ford Taylor, who put all that together, who's the father of transformational leadership, has become a great mentor. One of the things that we talk about is the first ingredient when we're putting everything together is, and that is affirming others, bringing it into our meetings, our day-to-day interactions. We're going to talk about the difference and the importance of affirmations and how that's actually different than flattery. So here is, let me define what an affirmation is for you. The first thing is it's saying something positive about somebody directly to them. Okay? And I want you to think about it. If you think of, you'll hear this now all the time at the award shows, and politicians do it all the time. They come up, they get the award. Do I have something I can grab here? Let's say I have this award and I go, hey, I want to thank my mom, God. I want to thank God. I want to thank my producer, my agent. Well, don't want to thank them, just thank them. It's become a habit, but if you just walk up to somebody and say, you know what, Mary, thank you for the incredible hard work that you did on that project. I know how maxed out you are, and you got me something that was absolutely amazing, and you got it to me before the deadline we talked about. And I got to tell you, I so appreciate the extra work that you did and the professionalism because it helped me do my job so much better. Thank you so much. Now think about this. Also, so what is a good affirmation? I think it's really important when you're giving an affirmation that you look somebody directly in the eye and you talk with them. You don't say, hey, Bob, I want to thank you. And I say, hey, Bob, thank you for this. Okay? And what I've learned is sometimes what I was taught in the military is affirm everybody in public, right? And you punish in private, you discipline in private. What I have found with certain people actually being affirmed in public is really uncomfortable. So I will affirm people with maybe a couple of people around and see how they respond. People whose love languages, those words of affirmation, they are definitely going to respond. Okay, now make it about them, not about you. Right? Like, hey, Mary, thank you so much. You followed what I gave you so well. You're almost kind of complimenting yourself in a backhanded way. Don't have an agenda here. You have to make it all about them, and this has to be completely honest. Find something to affirm. You can affirm the barista at Starbucks. Like this morning, I went and got a coffee. And I could tell this woman was crazy. She has her mask on. It's super busy, and they're trying to handle all these things. But she was so pleasant. And I said, I really appreciate just your attitude. And I can I can feel and hear the smile behind your mask. And I know it's probably crazy in there and stressful with everything going on. And I just really appreciate that. You made my day. And she just lit up. It can be little things, but it has to be honest. Because remember, what flattery is making it about you. And affirmation is all about them. And here's a question. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you were affirmed? What is the reason it's been a while? Why don't we use affirmations in a business setting more often? And I think some people might feel that affirming others could be either weak, we're giving away our control, we don't want to give credit to others. And that is absolutely the wrong way to think about it. Okay? Um, here's what I think. And also, I think there's a misconception too about affirmations and flattery. But yeah, if you're flattering people to be manipulative or get in their good graces or try to get whatever something you want, yeah, don't do that. But when we're sincerely affirming people, that is a big deal. Okay, so here's something when Ford taught me all about affirmations, two things. I want you to go practice today. If you've heard this, you've listened to this, go affirm three people. Find something that they've done. Be honest and be specific. If I go up to my son who just had a great, let's say, great baseball game, and I said, "Hey, great game, Matthew, proud of you." That is not an affirmation. But if I go, "Hey, buddy, I watched how you did on the mound, and after you walked three batters in a row and loaded the bases, I saw you just get centered and focus, and you ended up getting out of the inning with only one run scored." And I said, "Man, I am so proud of you. I know you've been working so hard on your mindset and just focusing on what's next versus what has happened. And I just watched that happen real time. And I got to tell you, man, that was awesome." And he just lights up and we're high fiving each other because I want to affirm the good stuff that's happening. So, with that said, go find three people to affirm in the next 24 hours, whether it's the barista, whether it's your son or your spouse or somebody at work, or just think of somebody that you know in your head that, you know what, I need to thank them. Something they've done in this virtual environment. And you just call them up and say, "I really appreciate," boom. Here's what it meant to me. Um, and let me know what happens. I'll guarantee you're going to just light people up in a really good way. And it's how you build relationships. It's how you build trust, and it's how you create a team that can go through anything. All right, with that, you guys are awesome. I'd love to see you comment below what you have found as you go out and affirm people. Have a great day. If there's anything I can do to be useful to you, or you'd like to have a conversation about how I can help you or your business, let me know. I'd love to do that. Be helpful. All right. Have a great rest of the week and weekend.